National Park desert on the way to Sossuble, and it's literally in the middle of nowhere.
The dust and sand. Then again, we are driving in the middle of nothing other than me and Judy. It's not the sort of place you really want to break down. Hello and welcome to our top tips for driving across Namibia.
Top tip number one is plan ahead. We used Google Maps when we were planning so that we could know exactly what the distances would be between the places we wanted to go and how much fuel we would need and where the petrol stations were, and we made sure we knew what the capacity of the fuel tank was and what the mileage we could get out of it when we did our research. So for us, planning ahead really made a big difference.
Tip number two is a glaringly obvious one, but your vehicle's so important. We got a Toyota Hilux 4x4 and it was brilliant. The air conditioning in the cab was fantastic despite driving across the desert in blistering hot conditions. It climbed up any hill, gravel roads, you name it, and it climbed up them and just as easily down them, across deep sand in the desert, and it just kept going and going and going. Even when you drove over large boulders and you missed some miles driving along, the suspension's high enough to clear those bumps and boulders as well, so it's a really smooth ride. Couldn't sing the praises vehicle enough.
Top tip 3, when you rent your 4x4, ask for 2 spare tyres. We didn't do this and we had a day of angst when, after we got our puncture, and you probably will get a puncture, we had about another 200 miles, 3-4 hours driving across gravel roads and desert, not knowing if we were going to get another puncture or not, and no spare tyre. It's also worth asking for them to show you where the spare tyre is and how to get it off, because it's not kind of like an ordinary car, and you can actually ask them even to take them off and have it in the boot of the car. There's plenty of space usually.
And Judy mentioned in the planning phase is to have used Google Maps, but obviously when you're driving, Google Maps is no good because there's no signal, no 4G signal. So you're much better off with a really good quality GPS. Once the road's completely covered in sand, and you'll see in the film that it was, you just lose all sense of where you are. We were seeing rivers, the ocean, trees, they were all mirages. We'd had plenty to drink, it weren't too hot, and it wasn't because of beer either, I can assure you. But you do see these mirages, you have a tendency to drive towards them, so you could easily veer off by 1 degree and end up hundreds of miles away from where you wanted to be. So the GPS is invaluable, it keeps you on target and knowing exactly where you're going.
And finally, our fifth tip, tip number 5, make sure you have plenty of water in your vehicle and a supply of food. In terms of water, you probably need 20 litres in your car at any one time, not just necessarily for you, but perhaps the radiator might need topping up too. And it's always a good idea to, and like I said in top tip number 1, plan ahead, be prepared, so it solves any problems. We didn't do that on the first day. I think we were a bit too excited about getting in the car and driving, but after that we always made sure we had plenty of water in the car, and it was the right thing to have done.
Yeah, and anybody unfamiliar with what 5-10 litre tub of water looks like, if you just think beer keg, that's sort of size.
But don't take pee. So those are our 5 top tips for self-drive across Namibia. If you found it useful, hit the like button below and come along and subscribe to our channel to see more of our videos of our travels around the world, and we hope you enjoy them.
Yes, thanks very much for viewing, and don't forget, every 10,000 viewer gets an extra special prize. It's well worth winning, so keep subscribing and the 10,000 winner will be in touch. Thanks for now, bye bye.